Hello and welcome back to Projectatron, the prediction site with a difference. Day 3 of the World Cup, and we've already previewed Colombia against Greece in Group C. Now we're going to be looking at Group D, where England take on Italy. Now these two played each other in Euro 2012 in the knockout stages. It was an incredibly boring game.
It was. But you know what? I don't think it's going to be this time around. I'm actually predicting a higher scoring game. I'm going to predict a nice 2-2. Today. And the reason for that is, well, England their plan is to adapt a bit of Liverpool's zip and verve, or whatever you want to call it, the pass and move, to quote a popular computer game. And they're going to be pushing the ball forward an awful lot more. Daniel Sturridge, he got his first goal for England there last week, so I reckon that he's actually ready to pull the trigger. And there's any number of players on that England team who can. They are very competent going forward. Well, in terms of forward talent. On the other side of the coin, I was looking at the Italy squad. I think they are, apart from Argentina, they are arguably the most front-loaded team at this World Cup, with strikers who are capable of getting the job done. You got Ciro Immobile, who's recently broken out.
Season, yeah.
You got Mario Balotelli, who's always, a threat. Whenever he's not doing something insane, he's doing something wonderful. And loves playing for Italy, dearly loves playing for Italy. And then on the bench you have, possibly in line for a starting position, who knows, is Giuseppe Rossi, back from injury. For how long, who knows, but all these players are very, very capable of turning it on when it needs to. So I think we're going to see a lot of goals. I think we're going to see a lot of huff and puff. Both teams are going to want to do well. They're on a foreign continent, and everyone's going to be having a good time. This is going to be the game that lights up the World Cup, that starts the World Cup.
This 2-2 is where the World Cup really kicks off.
I think so. I also think that Italy's defence isn't as strong as it has been in the last few competitions. I mean, they got knocked out of the last World Cup at the group stage, which was a complete disaster for them. But they still have some of the same hotheads in defence. They still have Chiellini, who is a red card waiting to happen, and they got Bonucci, who's just not had as good a season this year as he had previously. So, and then you have England, who are always prone to a little mishap here and there.
Okay.
This one could be porous.
Alright, I understand where you're coming from. I personally am favouring Italy. I think that Italy, they've set themselves up still with the Juventus spine that they had at Euro 2012, where let's not forget, they got to the final.
They did.
They were a strong team playing with more or less the same spine. I think that they have a little bit more organisation now under Prandelli. Now he's had a bit more time to meld his team. And I think as well that England are just so iffy in defence. I can't rely on Joe Hart to keep goals out. I reckon Italy will score 2. I think you're right there. But I don't think England have 2 goals in them against top level competition. I think England will probably get 1, and I think that's where it stays. Italy 2-1 win.
Nice.
What about Projectatron?
Projectatron reckons that Italy will win as well. It'll be a lot closer. Projectatron reckons that Mario Balotelli will end up getting the winning goal in the 58th minute. Balotelli, of course. It wasn't a penalty, sadly, because it'd be nice to see former Man City player sticking it past City goalkeeper. He may well do that anyway without the aid of a penalty, and that's what Projectatron says.
Okay.
So 1-0. 1-0 to Italy.
So there's our 3 predictions for England against Italy in Group D. Rory's going with a 2-2 draw. I'm going with a 2-1 Italy victory. And Projectatron is also going with an Italy victory by a score of 1-0. That's the end of Group C and D, the end of Day 3. We're going to move on to Day 4 tomorrow, where we'll be previewing France against Honduras and Argentina against Bosnia. Join us then. Remember to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, or subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we look forward to seeing you. Good night.
Arrivederci.